Hello, I'm Cheryl Ponchin. Welcome back to the TUG 20 Beginner's LaTeX Workshop. I'm going to show you how to create Beamer slides for your presentations. So in order to begin, we need to use our Beamer for document class. So we have document class and Beamer. Here I have another one with a argument of handouts. This, I will show you what it looks like. But if you do handout, what it will do is, as I'm showing you these slides, I'm pausing and doing overlays and such. And if you do handout, it will just put everything on the slide so you can pass them out if you need to. Here I created my title page. What's different here is these use themes. So Frankfurt is the theme that I'm using. There are others, which I will show you how they work. This one in particular gives you a blue banner with your title and your frame title. If you use Backslash Section, it will put it up here and it will be sort of like a table of contents. And I can click on any of these and go back and forth to that specific slide. And that will show up on every slide. So if I click on this one, it brings me straight to the verbatim slide. So this is what I want to show you first. So verbatim is used a lot in slides because you might want to explain something in a text format where if you want to do a backslash begin something, if you do that, it will want to do a command. So if you want it to be literal, you have to put it in some sort of verbatim. And so there's backslash verb or begin verbatim, end verbatim, and there's other forms of verbatim to use. So even though I have a verbatim use package here, it's not going to work unless I use this fragile. If I was to take this out and compile my file, it's not going to. It's going to complain because it doesn't know what to do with it. So I'm going to put this back in. So what, if something happens like that and you're like, wow, I know this is right. I have the use package, this is working. It is very possible that you would need the fragile in front of your frame. A lot of times I use it as a default because that way you don't have to worry about it. Anyway, so that's what that is. So I would like you to be aware of that. So the next thing I want to show you is pausing. Pausing is very useful because when you're giving a talk, you want to say something and then you want to talk about it and then you want to go to the next one. So here I did an itemize, but you can use this in anything. You could put a pause after any word and it will stop your slide until you tell it to continue. So right here, I put a pause after here, so it will continue when I tell it to continue to the next slide. So it's very, very useful, especially when you're doing a presentation. So the next thing I want to show you is overlays. Overlays are a little bit more complicated, where in between your angled brackets or pointed brackets, it will tell it what slides in this frame you want it to show up on. So if a 1 dash means 1 through the end of my frame, my slides, 1 through 3 gives it 1, 2, and 3. Dash 2 will say from the beginning to whatever number slide that is. 2 through 4 says not on slide 1, but 2, 3, and 4, not on slide 5, however, on slide 6. So let's see how this actually works. So I just did an itemize here. And here you see, so let's pay attention to what's in these angled brackets. So the word first is only going to show up on the first slide. First, second, and third is going to show up 1, 2, and 3 slides. First and second is only going to show up on the first and second slide. This one is only going to show up not on slide 1, but 2, 3, 4, not on slide 5 and slide 6. So let's see how that works. So here we have it. It's giving it the exactly slide number. Now these are my slides in my frame. And this one here, you notice first is gone because it's only on page 1, only on slide 1. And then if we go like this, you didn't notice the space on first. What it does is it leaves a space wherever those items were. And it only gives me the slides that I asked for. So here you'll notice it's on slide 4, but none of these others are on slide 4. Now, nothing is on slide 5 because we didn't tell it to give anything on slide 5. However, we have 6 slides. So it's going to go up to the 6th one. So that's one way of overlays are very, very powerful, and there's many, many ways to do it. I'm just showing you just a little sample. So here I'd like to show you, you can also do on slide. So let me compile this, and I'm going to do the word show this, but it's going to show up only on slide 2 and 3. It won't show up on slide 1. Here's slide 1, there's slide 2, and there's slide 3, and it won't show up on any of the other slides. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you, you can add color. You can actually add color to anything. I just did it right here. And let's compile this again. So it's still going to show up only on slide 2 and 3. At slide 1, there's 2, but it's in blue now because I told it to give the color blue. Slide 3, and it's not on any other slide. So that's how that works. Now, if you notice this first here, I jumped a little bit quickly, there's something called an alert. So I gave it an item 1, 2, and 3, and I gave it an alert. And all of this, remember, is in these angled brackets. So that's my whole part there. So the word first is going to show up on slide 1 and 2. The word second is going to be alerted on slide 2. And the word third is going to be alerted on slide 3. So there's first. And first is also on slide 2 because there's a 1 and 2. And if you notice, third is alerted, but 1 and 2 are not alerted on slide 3. So that one is the only one in red. So next I'm going to show you some theorems and proofs and lemmas. So usually you need AMS theorem package. In Beamer, it's embedded. So you just need to add your begin theorem, end theorem, and your begin proof, end proof. However, if you do want to create a new one, such like we've done in our theorems lesson, you can do a new theorem right here and create your theorem. You can also label and reference. So I can label this theorem up here, and I'm going to reference it down here. It's not giving me a 1 here, but it will refer to the first theorem that I have right there. So that's basically, you can use that just like in any other document. I want to show you that you can use graphics. I included my include graphics of my TUG logo. I've also put it in a begin figure and figure works with caption, and I did the same labeling and referencing. You can use Tixie Picture. You can use any form of graphs that works in a regular document into your Beamer slides. However, you just need the correct use packages in order for it to work. I wanted you to see that you can do footnotes like you can in a regular document. Just use it the same way. And of course, why are we here? Mathematics. You can use any of the mathematics that you want in regular documents into your Beamer slides, and they come out beautiful. So now I want to just go back up, and I'm going to show you quickly how to do the handouts. So I'm just going to comment this out and take this one. And I will compile this. Now you remembered throughout this lesson that I had all these pauses and overlays and everything. But if you're going to do a handout, that's technically like a lot of slides. You don't really see it, but each one is its own individual slide. So if you do it that way, you're going to get everything all in one slide without having any of those pauses. So if you need to hand out slides, this is the perfect way to do this, and then you can print these out. So I'm going to do this. I guess I could have left that. Oops. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change the use theme. So I'm going to put a comment mark in front of here, and I'm going to do the Singapore use theme. So I explained how this one works. Let's compile this next one and see how it works. So this theme uses sort of like a light blue up here. It still gives me my list up here with my section, but it doesn't give me anything else. There's no other, and if you go to, and it centers your title, your frame title that you gave. It doesn't give it to the right or the left, it centers it. So that is that theme. So we'll do the next one. And this theme gives you your name, whatever's in the author field, the title. So this is giving you your title page, basically. Your name, your title, and the year without anything else. It doesn't, I did this section, it doesn't give me anything even though I've used it. And it gives your title, frame title over to the left justified. So now we will show you the next one. And the next one basically is extremely plain. It just gives you your slides, but it puts your frame title over to right justified. That's about it, but everything else is sort of blank. Two more here. Okay, this one is Madrid. So this one here has your, it does, whoops, it gives you your title page. Let's go back here. Sort of the same way, it does not give you your sections up here. However, it gives you your title page information on the bottom. And over here, I think on the other one too, it gives you how many slides that you have. And this last one that we have, which is Warsaw. And this one actually kind of shrinks your slides, and it gives you your, where you can click on your slides, but it gives it to you vertically versus horizontally with this blue, and then it gives you your pretty much the information in your title page. So we'll just go back to the original one, which I prefer, but everyone has their own preference. I believe there's probably others, and I believe you might be able to alter it, like you can change your the article style to fit your needs. I believe that you can also change this Beamer style to fit your needs. So that is a sort of a quick little lesson on how you can create your presentation with Beamer. It is very powerful. I would encourage you to look it up. There's many more powerful features that I did not go over in this lesson, and I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you very much.